They tried to shut my water off, but the moment they twisted that valve, they accidentally drained their entire neighborhood because every single drop they rely on flows through a pipeline buried deep under my land. I woke up to a dead faucet in my lake cabin, no pressure, no sound, just a cold metal tap mocking me. Then I saw it, a bright orange HOA violation sticker, slapped over my meter box like they were issuing a royal decree. They thought they were teaching me a lesson. They thought cutting my water would make me crawl to their doorstep. What they didn't know was that they had just shut off the same line that feeds their own homes. Decades ago, long before this HOA even existed, the original landowner ran the main water pipeline along the only stable stretch near the lake. That strip of land ended up in my deed when I bought the cabin, meaning the entire HOA, every shower, every dishwasher, every garden hose, every clubhouse sink depends on a pipe they don't own, can't touch, and never bothered to study. One twist of the valve on my meter, and their whole system choked. While I was still standing there, the HOA group chat exploded, people complaining their faucets were spitting air, toilets refusing to refill, sprinklers dying mid-cycle. Even their fancy community pool pumps shut down, leaving a half-drained pit of murky water. HOA Karen came storming down my driveway like a siren with legs, shouting that I caused a system-wide failure. I didn't argue, I simply walked her to the property line and pointed at the giant steel access box they had somehow never noticed the master valve, the heartbeat of their whole water grid, sitting entirely on my land. She demanded, begged, even threatened that I open it. I told her I'd be happy to write after she explained, clearly and on camera, why her HOA illegally tampered with a utility line on private property. She wouldn't say a word, so the water stayed off. More board members rushed in, sweating like they'd run a marathon. They tried every tone, commanding, pleading, bargaining, but nothing changed the simple truth. Their attempt to punish me had just exposed that the entire HOA relies on a system they don't control. Then I pulled out the documents, the original survey, the zoning map, the pipeline easement showing the route cutting clean across the center of my land. When they cut my water, they violated the easement and legally froze their right to access the pipe. Suddenly, the loudest HOA in the state was silent. I laid out their options: fix my meter immediately, issue a formal apology, and agree to pay a yearly maintenance fee for access to the main valve. If not, I would lock the system, file an easement violation, and legally force them to reroute their entire water network, a project that would cost them more than their clubhouse budget for the next 10 years. They folded in minutes, signed everything, apologized, some even shook my hand with forced smiles, and when I finally turned the valve and water surged back into their neighborhood, everyone knew the truth.